Hey everybody, my name is Sean.
My name is Emily.
And we are married to the trail. Today we are doing a course preview for the US National Whitewater Center. We believe
Santa 5K, race and dog jog.
Well, that's much better. That is taking place on December 7th, 2024. So the We Believe Santa 5K trail race and dog jog takes place on the dog leg portion of the Whitewater Center race trails. We wanted to share the screen and just go over the trail itself and the course description. We ran it 2 days ago. We ran it twice because it's pretty short. Was it 2.5 miles or so? So we did it twice just to get a leg up. And we haven't run that one for a long time, so it actually gave us quite a few surprises. But before we go too far, I do want to point this out that we caught this the other day. They took We Believe, the little bell from the movie Polar Express, from the end scene. Just a quick fun fact about that. But if we go down here at the Whitewater Center, we go to course map, and you can see the course map right here. Like I said, I was a little more surprised at this course. This is, as far as I'm concerned, a pretty easy one. When you take into consideration the rest of the courses like north and south and east and all these different courses that are available at the Whitewater Center, I think dogleg is probably one of the easier courses. However, it did give us quite a few surprises as well.
If you look at the course profile along the bottom of the screen right under the map, it does look pretty flat, but there are some portions that have a somewhat steep incline or decline that is not necessarily very clearly shown here.
Yeah, so when you're starting out, I mean, you start the race at the Ridge Pavilion, which is where probably 75% of the courses start. So this is through the south, is that the south parking lot?
Right, yeah. By the dog park area.
Yeah.
And by the Wildwoods. And that there and back from Ridge is how you pick up the extra mileage off the 2.5 that
Agreed.
Dog leg encompasses.
Yeah, this says 3.3, but we'll see on next Saturday. Dogleg itself is, I mean, they have this paved surface. I'm not sure where that is. We ran it a couple times yesterday. I don't know if there's an output or something that we missed, but I didn't see any paved surface. I'm not sure what that is. I think, from my perspective, like the majority of the course, a strong 60 to 70% of the course, is hard packed red earth. It's almost like running on concrete because it's so hard. But as you can see in some of the videos we took, there's also some transition points into the forest where you're running on pine needles and things like that, and there are more roots and rocks available. This is probably, out of all of them, not one of the most technical trails, but it still is, if you think about where other trails take place, this is still a pretty technical trail with all the roots and rocks.
When you come, or when you go onto Dogleg from the parking lot, you're gonna go through some trees into the forest for just a little bit, and then you're gonna cross the road that goes over to the dog area. You're gonna cross a trail, and then you're gonna get out into some prairie area, and that you cross over South Main, and you kind of zigzag back and forth, switch back through the prairie. You'll go through where it says that it's a paved trail. You go through a little bit of woodsy area, and you can actually see south from the Dogleg Trail. And there's a pretty steep incline as you come out of one of the wooded areas down in that area. And you've got some exposure also when you're in the prairies. So
that must be this right here, because that's a pretty quick incline.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I think it's actually back a little bit farther.
Oh, really? And this piece right here, this 1.3 to 1.9, I think must be that portion where you're running along. It tricks you. There's a long incline, a long, slow incline, which is great as far as I'm concerned for passing people. And this is usually where folks start to slow down because this is very deceptive. You don't think you're doing an incline, but you're doing a slow, long incline here.
And you're in past some bamboo. And then once you get to the end here where Sean is right now, you hit a road and there's like a little industrial area over there. And then you turn and you kind of come back. And after this point, you start to see some no trespassing, do not enter, posted signs. Don't worry about that. Just keep going, stay on the trail. But do stay on the trail. Yeah. Past some houses.
You're going to see a lot of fencing because it is for the dog area, which is in between. You're running around it with dog leg. And yeah, I'll be honest with you, the first time I went through this, not knowing this course, all those no trespassing signs really messed me up. I was like, holy crap, do I keep going here or not? Because there's no fence. It's just the fence, no trespassing.
For those of you who have run at the Whitewater Center for a while, this basically parallels Lake Loop before they created the dog park area. And so you'll run, and I know they still have Lake Loop inside the dog park area. And so you'll parallel that trail for quite a while during the dog leg.
And again, I'm not sure what this paved surface is. I don't recall any paved surfaces.
I don't recall any paved surfaces on this trail.
So that's really...
Yep, so once you finish dog leg, you'll go back out the way you came through the parking lot, and then you're going to go up a pretty steep incline.
Yes.
So that's save something for that. You're going to go up a steep incline, then you're going to run downhill a little bit, turn left, then turn right, and go right back up to ridge. And that's also an incline. It's a gentle incline, but you're still going to feel it towards the end of the race. So again, save something in your tank for the end of the race so you can get up and finish strong.
Yeah.
And you finish up at the Ridge Pavilion, just where you started.
Right up here. Yeah, and that's where the majority of races are going to take place. They're going to start and end right up here.
I would agree with Sean. It's not terribly technical, but you are going to have roots and rocks. And with the leaves down right now, just make sure you're paying attention to your feet, picking up your feet. We had a couple of light trips.
I tripped twice. Caught myself really well though.
Nothing too bad, but
it was just roots that I couldn't see.
Yeah, it is. It's stuff that you can't see because of the leaves that are down right now. But it's a pretty flat, fun course. You'll enjoy it.
Yep. I would totally recommend this as a beginner course as someone to start. As you can tell, I volunteered at this last year, and I remember a lot of families running this. People dress up. And so I think as far as I'm concerned, it's a pretty casual race.
Yeah, it's a fun race.
Yeah. And you ran this last year, right?
I did.
Yeah, you did.
Except it was mostly south, I think, South Main last year.
Oh, did they change it? Yeah, that makes sense. Thank you everybody for watching. Like, subscribe, all that crap. And we hope to do more of these in the future. If you enjoy the previews, let us know. Well, we run these trails at least 1 to 2 weeks before the race itself. But every time there's a race, we will set up a preview and get that out to you so you know what you're up against and what you're running into. I think it's a lot of those. I see folks who've never been to the Whitewater Center or never run a race there.
Please let us know what you'd like to see in the future on these course previews. Thank you for watching.
Thanks, everybody.